All right, this is attempt number 2. I keep looking up because the monitor's up there. But I noticed after watching a bunch of my videos that I don't ever look at the camera. And it's hard because, yeah, see, look, it just looked over there. The first few I recorded was hilarious because they were, I was pretty much whispering. Because I was afraid that somebody'd walk in and hear me or see me or see what I was doing. Which is kind of weird if you think about it, because I'm going to post this on the internet and the whole world's going to be able to see exactly what I was saying and what I was doing. But it's crazy because there's that sense of unease and embarrassment for some reason when you first start, when you're trying to record yourself and speak to a camera, and you're so worried about other people that could be hearing you and could think it's funny or think you're dumb or think whatever, but it doesn't really matter, I started to think, because who cares? Who cares if they think you sound stupid? Who cares if they think you sound dumb? Because if I put this out there and there's another person that's watching this and I can inspire that person, and it makes them want to go and pick up a camera and record their thoughts and share with other people and help other people, I did my job. Yeah, no, it's still a struggle though, and I'm still sitting here right now like, oh man, is there somebody here listening? Is there, and hopefully you're there listening, so that is one person I want to be there to listen. But yeah, no, it's just, it's a weird feeling sitting here recording yourself and talking to yourself. We do it inside of our heads all day and we think nothing of it, but when we try to do it out loud, it becomes very embarrassing. And I'm not really sure why yet. That's one thing, my goal in doing this as an experiment is to start to figure out exactly why we feel so embarrassed to speak out loud in front of a camera with other people potentially watching. I'm yet to go out in public and do this because I think that's horrifying at this point. And you know, with the whole pandemic and everything, it kind of helps me out because there's not an ability to go outside and do all this. The other big thing is if you notice, I look up a lot because I'm usually checking the time. And it's funny because sometimes I'll do one very free-flowing and talking, and I'll notice the time will go by super fast. And I'll have a ton of content. And then other times, like now, I keep checking the clock because I'm like, oh, let's at least hit 5 minutes, at least hit 5 minutes. But kind of like I had said in one of my previous videos, as hard as it is, as painful as it might be, the biggest thing to get better is to keep trying. And that's one thing I'm going to do. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm just going to keep doing it until I get better. And today I had a great lesson in kind of perseverance and you know, just not giving up in general, where I was editing a vlog and I couldn't get into the mood. I couldn't get into the feeling. I felt like I wasn't doing it right. I mean, I enjoyed the content I had, but I didn't think I could get it to be any better. And it was almost like I hit a wall. And that wall wasn't because I didn't have the resources I needed, or I didn't have the shots I needed, or I didn't have the music I needed. It was a purely fake wall that I put up in my own mind, where in that wall I almost like incapacitated myself because I thought, I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not good enough to do this. So I should have somebody else do this for me. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I tried to talk my business partner Matt into completing my video for me and doing the edits for me, as I pitched myself as this great director, and you know, I'm better at telling people what to do than actually doing it myself when it comes to the editing process. But in order to be a director or be a person that, you know, kind of has the vision behind everything, you also need to understand the smaller pieces. You have to understand the pieces that make the greater puzzle and understand all those jobs. And funny enough, in going through all these jobs and, you know, making films, the things that I would have thought before were the most mundane and boring and stupid jobs, like being a gaffer, setting up lighting, it's awesome. It's just one of those things that you don't realize how important it is. when you set up a shot, and if the lighting isn't done right, the shot can be completely ruined. So it's like all these little details really add up to make one great thing. And then in my goal of one day being a director of larger films and feature films, one of the things I'm going to have to understand fully is the lighting. I'm going to have to understand scoring of the music. I'm going to have to understand the editing process. I'm going to have to understand every little detail that goes into this so that I have a greater respect when I'm producing these things, and I'll know what can be fixed in post and what can't be fixed in post. And I mean, I know a good amount of that now, but I haven't yet done a film that's feature length and requires multiple shots and multiple locations and all that. And most things I do so far are short films, so they're fairly easy. You can go to your location, get a few shots, get a little bit of B-roll, go home, throw a little bit of music to it, and call it a day. But so one thing for you out there who's thinking about making movies or making content in general, don't skimp out on the things that you think are dumb. Don't forget about the little pieces that really do make the shot, because this lighting you're seeing right now, I'm pretty happy with it. But in a week or two from now, I'm gonna look at this and go, oh man, I should have did this different. I should have did that, I should have did this key light. So never stop learning and never stop taking the time to really invest in the craft to understand the nitty-gritty details of something as simple as how to set up a key light, how to set up accent lights, where to place them, where to place a camera, different shots. And one thing I've struggled with recently is, when I'm editing after, I'm looking at things and I'm saying, oh man, I wish I would have got this shot, and I wish I would have got that shot. So also take the time to plan, because the preparation beforehand is just as crucial as the work that goes into it when you're actually filming. If you're not properly planning beforehand, you're going to miss that shot. You're not going to get that thing. I mean, you're lucky a lot of times where you have those happy accidents where you get to see the shot that you didn't really notice that there was this thing happening, and then you see it after and you're like, oh, that was perfect. But you can't bank on those every time. And I'm starting to learn that more and more every day, that I really have to take the time and really put the effort in to plan out my shots and make sure that I have at least a game plan of what I'm going into. And I've always been one of those people that's kind of free-flying and run and gun and figure it out as I go. But now I'm finding with larger productions, you definitely have to take the time to really plan beforehand, make sure you have the proper equipment, make sure you have the proper lighting, the proper, everything, ND filters and all that stuff. So really make sure you take that time to invest in those little things. And when you're scrolling through those YouTube videos and you see that one about lighting, you're like, man, that's boring. Check it out. I mean, like I said, gaffers do some pretty epic things that really make the shots and make everything look beautiful. And also don't be quick to put down other people and other people's filming styles and whatever, and other people that are learning and might not know, and their quality of their video might not be great. Rather than throwing that thumbs down and leaving some nasty comment about how they could have did this and that better, be supportive. We're a community. Let's help each other out. Let's let the person know what they could have did different. Let them know what they could have, how they could have improved a shot. Maybe lighting. What could they have done a little better? I feel like I talk about lighting a ton right now, but it's just something that has been really fun the past couple days. But let's lift each other up. Let's help each other, and let's highlight other people who are doing a great job. If you see a filmmaker or a content creator that you like, tell them thank you. Tell them thank you for what they're doing. And there's so much that we forget that, we had a conversation the other day, my business partner Matt and I, about the fact that there's so many creators that we love their work and we almost feel like we know them, but we never actually tell them. And there's some creators who we weren't even subscribed to their channels, yet we watch their content every day. We've never liked one of their videos. We've never left a comment. But know that just as you are creating these videos right now and you are putting them out there for the world to see, and you're waiting for that feedback from the world, so are they. So if we're not liking and commenting and subscribing to channels, you hear it a million times every time you watch a video, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. it's not all just to gain clout. It's also to gain understanding of if we're doing it the right way. So the next time you see a great video or you enjoy something, give it a thumbs up. Next time you enjoy some content or you think something was beautiful, or you really liked a scene, or you really liked a certain way they did something, leave a comment for that creator. Let them know that they're doing a good job. If there's creators that you really enjoy, subscribe to their channels so that you can get more of that information. You know, use the bell notification so you can get updates. There's so many different creators who I constantly scan YouTube to see if they have new videos out, not utilizing the fact that I can just click a little bell, and it's good for them because they know that I want to know about these things more often, and then I also find out when they're releasing things. So let's take the time to really invest in our community and invest in the people we consume so much of, and let them know what we think. Let them know that you appreciate them. Let them know that what they're doing is right. Because without that feedback, a lot of creators might just stop, because they're not going to think that they're doing things the right way. They're not going to think that the content's good. They're not going to think that the things that they're talking about are relevant to the people that are listening. They're not going to think that the audience is interested. So next time you see a great thing, remember, like it, subscribe it, comment on it. And if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, because sometimes people also need to know that you didn't enjoy something. But that doesn't mean you need to leave a nasty comment or something like that. It just means you're saying, maybe I wasn't interested in this video. But if you do that, you should also take the time to maybe leave a comment and explain in a constructive way why you didn't like that, so that they have the chance to then take that feedback and improve upon it. And just like I'm saying with all this, do that with my videos and our videos at Omnia Kudo as well. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. Let us know what you enjoy. Let us know what you don't. So that way we can create more content that really appeals to you, and more content that really can make your day and make your day better, or improve your knowledge or improve your understanding of a certain topic. Thanks. That's all I got for today. This is what I'm using right now to make it so you can see the difference between my beard and my face and my shirt. It's working alright, but yeah. See? There it goes. No beard. Beard. Actually, I should say no neck. Neck. These are just cheap little things you can actually pick up at Home Depot. Little signs. Not expensive at all. Bounce the light off pretty well. Yeah. So next time you want to have a neck, just use one of these. I gotta put my monitor down here so I can actually look at you guys, sorry. Because I like to, I'm looking at myself up there and I could be looking at myself down here. I don't know why I have to look up there, but I think it's just because that picture looks a little nicer. So, get aboard.